find the perfect words. I'm David. I'm also Baby J. I'm also Zoic, and I'm also Shepherd. That's my name, right? I started writing when I was 14. That was a tough time. I never planned on doing music. Yeah, I just hated talking to people. I hated opening up. My father, we went through something. There was a time where I needed to talk to him, and he knew it. With tears in his eyes, he asked me why couldn't I talk to him. I just sat there and I wasn't even looking at. He didn't know I wasn't looking at him because there was a wall of tears clouding my vision. Tears that I didn't let fall. That's how much I didn't want to open up. So I started writing. I wrote in a notebook. Well, actually, it didn't just start with the notebook. Actually, it started with one of my teachers at the time pissing me off so much to where I was I was trying to be quiet. I was like in this quiet kid era to where I didn't want to talk to nobody, and I didn't. Uh, this was So this teacher was getting on my nerves. Teachers, that one teacher that'll get into your face because they care too much, whatever. This one was in my face. Um, and I snapped. I wrote a hateful letter. They found it. They traced it back to me. I got my ass whooped. But I wrote the hateful letter, and that's where it started. Since then, I started writing, but I never turned it in. I never showed nobody nothing. Eventually, I filled out my first notebook, and eventually, I took time on, rather than just writing these lines here and there, how I feel, whatever. I took time and I wrote a real piece, and that real piece was called 14. Mind you, it's not the same as the song. This was just a poem. I show it to fuck is you doing? I show it to people when they cry. I don't just show it to people. I show it to mothers. Like mothers that care for children. Like we all got that one secondary mom that you could trust. And if you don't, I'm sorry. y'all don't. If y'all don't have that blessing, I'm so sorry. But I only show it to like mothers. I don't show the original to anybody. But that was my first song. That was my first poem. I didn't write the actual 14 song. Like I didn't go back and rewrite it until I was 17 and already wrote like 6 songs. I don't know how many. But where's my phone? I just had my phone. Oh, thank you. Things. This video is just things that if you were personal to me and you knew I did this, I would tell you. I would explain something as I'm showing you my song. This is what this video is. It's just an explanation. Let's go to my first song. Jesus, that's not even my view. I want to say first, I shouldn't be doing this. I have a stutter, speech impediment, a lisp. Speech impediment is a lisp, but it ain't. No.
He's special, Chris.
Fuck you.
I am too.
There's something wrong with my brain.
You did that 5 months ago.
5 months ago? Damn, I've been doing this for how long? Let's go to shorts. My first song that I ever recorded My first three actually are unreleased. You'll never fucking see those. Those are deep, dark. Fuck that. Ugh. They're terrible. Ugh. They're ugly.
There's a couple of songs where me and him duoed it.
I brought my woman into this, yes. The first song I didn't write. I didn't even record. I wasn't even a part of it. It's called Homie Hold Me Down by Lil Trippy. At the time, I was going through something with an ex. She tried to get me killed over a drawing I drew. Like, the group chat, people saying they got guns, cars, all trying to come. He was so upset by that, he wrote and recorded a song. Because we were always talking about little rhymes I did, all of that. But he wrote and recorded it for me. When I heard it, my first time, I felt bad because I didn't realize it was about me because I didn't pay no attention to it. I treated it like one of those unwanted Instagram reels. I didn't listen to it. I didn't give it my time or effort. My buddy, I'm gonna fucking name drop him because he's a retard and I don't think he'll care. Clayton. He came over and he was like, "Dude, how did you feel when you found out that it was about you?" I was like, "Fuck you mean about me? He's talking about homie, hold me down. What you talking about?" Like, I'm so proud of it too. I'm proud of what we did, me and Trip. But I sat there and I listened to it all the way through. And by the end of it, I was in tears. Because I realized every single fucking line I was there for. Everything in that song was real. So that's when I looked him in the eye. When I finally seen Trip again, I told him, I really listened to it. I'm gonna do the same. Exactly. Her reaction just said it all. Nobody understood what I meant by I'm gonna do the same. And I wasn't even talking about just writing, recording, and all that. No. I was gonna make him feel the emotion I felt. And I did. I wrote Hearts of Stone. And I didn't just write Hearts of Stone in response to Trip. I wrote it for all my friends that were hanging around. They don't hang around anymore because they went too far. They went too deep. But I've always been alone. I've always felt alone. I know what it's like to do something, to just be a bad kid and still want to be held, but nobody wants to hold you because you're a bad kid. And so I kind of dedicated my whole personality to, if you do something bad, I still love you. Little Miss right here knows that. And so that leads on to the next one. What did I call that one? Dishonor. We called it Dishonor. One of my friends heard what me and Trip were doing. We had 2 songs now. Trip actually had one before that, but we never, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of unmentioned. But, so there's 2 songs in the loop now. I do Dishonored with Little Fent. He was coming around. Trip dropped a line for Little Fent that goes, "Fucked up name for a fucked up life." And at the time when I heard that, I was bitter towards him. I was upset. Why is he doing this shit? I was like, damn. Fucked up name for a fucked up life. It really opened my eyes that I can't really judge. Because look at what he's been through. I'm going to Lil Trippy's account because that ain't him. It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking really hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Hot.
Mm-hmm.
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 Stop
find it.
Yeah, find it. Because after I did Dishonor, I think Trip did one. How the fuck do I do this? I'm not even good with technology. Let me pause the video so that way it's not hours long of us just finding this shit. Hours long, but she only took 6 seconds. Alright, welcome! Life Update 1, Season 1, whoa. Trip, your account confuses me sometimes. Okay, so no, I did most of.
Who's there?
That's his buddy, Xander.
Oh, no. Never mind.
What,
I don't know.
Where's my account?
Your account?
Oh, it's right there. New channel. I should. Okay, you're in charge of pausing the video so this don't go on too long when I'm looking for shit. Okay. After that, tragedy struck. Trip got into a fight with his dad. Not that tragedy yet. It was just over Lil Fent being over when he wasn't supposed to, but it got blown out of proportion. Like, foster care was mentioned, all that. I wrote Bonds, which is actually my most viewed yet. 592 views. It's got a picture of my tattoo on it. Beautiful. That's got personal meanings I'm not posting. I'll actually show the tattoo right here though. Sorry, gotta block out the beautiful with the beautiful. So after that assassination attempt, we're moving on. You're gonna fall. So after that, and there's, oof, I'm sorry. I just, oh my god, are you okay? Sorry. After that, I will admit there's other songs that Trip dropped, mainly, that I'm not talking about. Go check those out, they're fucking gas. I wrote, hold on.
That's what that I wrote. That we wrote.
You wrote that.
We both did.
What did I, stop it, you wrote that. You know you wrote that.
I wrote
Give yourself
my
the credit.
I wrote my parts. You wrote yours.
Well, I don't let nobody write my parts, so you still fucking wrote it. Nobody writes my parts.
I made up the song.
The letter. That was something personal that doesn't involve Trip. I know this video mainly explains Trip. The letter I had to mention. A lot of shit in that song is real. It's fucked up, it's dark, it's scary, but a lot of it's real. Okay, Still Going is like, I hate to say it, but probably my worst song on here. Still Going was something I wrote like that. Like, I put no time, no effort into it because it was Valentine's Day and I was supposed to write a song for her on Valentine's Day. But I couldn't do it because I was sick. But I wrote it anyway and I recorded it. It sounds like trash. Sorry. You got a piece of shit song for your first song.
Well, the thing is, I don't really care. Because I showed my mom a song and I got in trouble for it.
What? What song?
I have no clue.
You got in trouble for showing her? Okay, so we got to the bottom of it. Still Going In is what it's supposed to be. And it's about not giving up on her, on anything. Yada, yada, yada. The nasty lovey shit. I gotta mention, what's this called? Miserable Man. Miserable Man. I gotta mention that shit. That's the song I'm most proud of because it's in a.
Didn't you do that one at Opie's?
Yeah, I did it literally walking on the edge of Broadway. Um, I was just walking and something happened, and I felt like I wasn't doing enough as a man, or I felt like worthless in a sense. And I wrote "Miserable Man" in one take. I didn't write it down. I didn't like that was like a freestyle in its own way. Um. So after I wrote Bonds, going back to Bonds, Trip wrote "When the Lights Go Out." That is my favorite fucking song between the both of us. It still makes me cry. I'll be cleaning my room and I'll be like, "Hey, let's listen to our shit." And I'll start bawling. No, I actually won't bawl. I'll laugh. I'll start laughing because I'm trying to not cry. It freaks her out all the time. Um, it connected me on another level. I was going through shit Trip didn't even know about, and he wrote what he needed to write to connect to me. And it was about him leaving, strange enough, but something happened shortly after that made the song true and a lot scarier. I get a phone call from somebody who I actually had beef with. Not like beef with like that's genuine, but like me and his little brother had beef or whatever, and he was being big bro. So it looks like you just fucking hopped a squat, huh? We had beef, okay? We weren't. Him calling me up was weird. But at the time, I was going to pick flowers for her because she was pissed at me. Little Miss Attitude. And so I was going to pick flowers, and
I think he's going crazy.
I check his messages and like, yo, what's up? He goes, he texts just one word, emergency. It's about Trip. My heart dropped so fast that I dropped my phone.
Can I get your ball?
I
He lost his ball under the freaking game.
We'll get it in a minute. Sorry,
I got it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I dropped my phone so quick. I picked it back up and I called him, and he told me that Trip was in a bad state, that he got into a wreck and his dad kicked his ass. Yeah, we're on this subject now. This still eats me up a lot. I went. He told me that I needed to come get Trip, so I started running like a fat boy, cause you know I don't run. They found me. They gave him a ride, me a ride. In that car ride, all I can remember is him breathing heavy, and he was not okay. He tried, he's saying I'm alright, but it looked like he was losing consciousness. He was so fucked up, it was visible. Like, you could look at him and see that. I can't shake the feeling of thinking I'm gonna lose Trip. I had to write something.
Yeah, and shortly afterwards, you left to go get Trip's little brother.
Yeah.
Stone.
Okay, we're gonna leave that out because
Like he was.
there's a lot of details we're leaving out. But Trip hid out with me for a few days, and we stuck it out until he had to leave. I remember when it was finally time for him to go. I come home from school, and he was hiding out. It wasn't this nice up here when he it was crack shack up here.
Let's just say that he was living in.
I wasn't living here at the time. Some of y'all know where I am right now. Most of y'all do. But it was bad, really bad. So he was surviving. He was literally surviving until some of his family could come get him. He was surviving with me. And I remember when I came home, I lost it. I fucking lost it. I cried. I screamed. I couldn't stop. I was doing this. He was like right here too. We were having a conversation, and all of a sudden I just break the fuck down. Let it all out. I remember that I also screamed at her unfairly, and I'm so sorry. I screamed at her. She don't remember. I do. She was like, we were trying to figure out what we were gonna do that night, and he was here, and I went back to her place to go get some more supplies and shit. And she was like, so what's going on, yada yada. And I was just yelling like, look at, like, did you see his face? Like, I was just losing it. There goes Hersites in the background. But so I wrote two things. I wrote a demo of when the lights go out, but I renamed it The Lights Went Out, and I just realized I didn't post that. So I'm gonna post that, but that came before, what is this one called? Blood on My Hands. So The Lights Went Out was a continuation of what he did with When the Lights Go Out. Lights Went Out was to convey the emotion of how heartbroken I was and how I had no clue what to do. Normally a lot of people will turn to me for, what do I do in this situation? What do I do this? Because I'm really good at listening and evaluating, and I've had a lot of experiences. And my biggest thing is I don't judge. I mean, no, I'll judge the fuck out of you. Hold on. But if you come to me to confess, I don't judge. If you want to get something off your chest, I'll listen. And I'm really good with that. I know what it's like to have something eaten at your insides, but you're afraid to tell somebody because they'll treat you differently or something. But Blood on My Hands was the anger. I didn't get to, when I said I'm screaming at the walls tonight, breaking every goddamn thing in sight. Nah. And then I also said, something else. But I wanted to convey the same emotion as that fuck in it. When I screamed fuck. But I couldn't. I had to rush it because I wanted to get it done in one night and people were sleeping. So it's not as emotionally conveying as it was supposed to be, but it's still good. And when the lights went out, that was the pain of it. like the slowing down, depressive type. 14. Now this is what I talk about. 14. Going back to that. I decided I will share the poem if I can find it. Alright. The original 14. Here I go on my own. Here I go on my own. 14 without a home. Where am I on my own? Nope. Your timing is impeccable. No place to fold. Slip my wrist for attention. No, please pay attention. Teach me a lesson on why I'm so fenced in. Should I just end it? Lord, your strength, please lend it. Or should I just end it? So, to break that down, here I go on my own, just the feeling of being alone. 14, that's how old I was. Without a home. This was when I was being told that I'm going to be shipped out to Kansas. This was when I was sneaking out and sleeping on train tracks. Where am I on my own? That was after I lost 2 friends. A girl I thought that was the love of my life. And my family. Almost my entire family. And a teacher I looked up to. All in the span of 2 weeks. And when I say lost, family was more abandonment, but my friends, the girl, that was all to death. Like, that kind of stuck with me for a while. The concept of death, I became obsessed with it. It was almost like I went psychotic over it. But, slip my wrist for attention. No, please pay attention. That's all one thing. It's more of the concept of parents and adults not listening to how I feel or what I want to say, but more persecuting me over it. Rather than helping me, they'd rather accuse me or turn it into something hurtful. I rewrote the whole thing and turned it into a song. She sung it. She sung the rewrote version of the poem. Here I go on my own, 14 without a home. Here I go on my own, 14 without a home. Where am I on my own? No place to fold. Slip my wrist for attention. No, please pay attention. Okay, so she said slip my wrist for attention, and then I told her she couldn't finish it. I told her leave it there. And that's when I come in. No, please pay attention. Teach me a lesson on why I'm so fenced in. Should I just end it? Look for the strength, but you won't land it. Easier for you if I just end it. And I remember the look she gave me when she heard me just take off with it. It looked like she shit herself. It stuck with me. And I wanted to write this. I didn't want to write this as a normal song. I wanted to write this as the perspective of a kid, and not just any kid. I wanted to write it through my perspective when I was a kid. That's why it's so dark. Because I'm not the same I was. Why the fuck should I apologize? just not understanding as a kid. I didn't understand a lot of those things. I was so angry. Why the fuck should I apologize for hitting this kid when he was just picking on me? That's how it kind of was. And take everything that makes me feel alive. That's actually the concept of being grounded. Uh, gotta take a little drop. Really about to kiss this pole. So I actually wrote that in the original. In what so there's the original poem, then there's the continuation of what I thought was gonna be. Years later, I wrote the final. In the second version of the continuation, I said, really about to kiss this pole. And what I meant by that was, when I was younger, I was into the biker shit. Like, I would watch YouTube videos of late night drives on the Ninja 400s. Loved the motorcycles. Loved it. I would just watch that while the teachers were trying to get me to pay attention, whatever. So that's where that came from. Where's my place in this shithole? New song, but it's really old. Don't ask me why my first song is this cold. I wrote it when I was 14 years old. Explains itself. But I thought that's like my most proud of line that I've ever wrote. Now the names. The final part. Save the best for last. My original name, nickname, pseudonym, pen name, was Zoic. As a matter of fact, this was how I was going to be introduced. Right here. And Zoic was when I was writing angry. I have notebooks full of just hateful shit that's fucked up. That's how I was supposed to come onto this. Except one day I wrote a song and I realized I wasn't writing like my normal self. It was too positive. It was too happy. Where'd it come from? It came from Faith. It's a remix of Vice City by X, but suited to my beliefs. And I realized I didn't want to be this way anymore. I didn't want to be so hateful. I didn't want my knuckles to bleed anymore. So I decided to make a change. It was a long, painful process, but I'm here now. And this beautiful on my arm has a lot of meaning to do with it. I couldn't have done it without my auntie. Ooh. That's for sure. It's been a hard journey. I dedicate myself to helping others too. Lock in!
This cat just said, "Mama!" And this lady just screamed. Like bloody murder.
Yeah, I think this is where I'm gonna leave the video. But no, I'm explaining the names, dumbass. So Zoic was hateful. Baby J is me. I wanted Baby J to be something. Baby J is also something from the past. The original Baby J, we were in a hospital together. He let me know that you can make your own music. I shared some of my poems with him, and he taught me how to somewhat not just freestyle, but he taught me how to rhyme over a Dr. Seuss book. Um, open the page, and he used that to teach me. That was kind of fun. He, I don't even know if he's still alive. Like, but and there's two women in my life, Jay, my mom, and my grandma. Their names start with J, and I'm like, three J's, baby J. Um, baby J is what the normal for me is. Shepherd didn't come around. It wasn't a thing until her. Um, she had a family emergency, and we were fresh off on dating, and I remember I was the one who was keeping in contact with between them and this family member, making sure everything's okay, and it was like a demonstration of how I could be there, not just for them, but for myself. How I could be there for somebody. I remember after it was all over, I walked off, and she came up to me. Her feet were bruised, cut up a little, because she ran without shoes. Her whole family was walking behind us. We were all good, talking. Her family treated me like I was their own. I I remember I think it was her stepdad though, because I took her to the bathroom and I washed her feet. Stepdad walking like fucking weirdo. But it was friendly. It was peaceful. It was com- comfort. Um, but I remember I washed her feet in that moment. I said shepherd. Whenever I get to be on this unexplainable, undeterrable way of I need to help somebody, it's shepherd. And I called her lamb because, you know, she was the one I was helping. And so that's how she's lamb and I'm shepherd. That's how she finna get there. Hold up. So you're immune now? Alright. Well, this is the explanation. Been explained. Fuck off. Have a good life. Don't fuck off completely though. Stay in contact if I like you. I have no clue how to end this, so